Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to solve this watch challenge. Actually, I think I should have called it the clock challenge, but anyway, you get the point. So we need to put it to work using JavaScript, and that should be pretty easy with the date object and the setInterval method. So let's go to Visual Studio Code, and the first thing we need to do is get the current time. So we need the current number of hours, minutes, and seconds. So let's create three variables. So one for the hours. Or before we do this, we can create one for the current time, so we don't have to create this object three times. So let's create one for the current time, which is just going to get the current date and time. So new date without any arguments. So now for the hours, we just need to get the current time and use the getHours method. So open and close parentheses, and we know that this is going to return something from 0 to 23, which is exactly what we want. So now we're just going to repeat this for minutes and seconds. So minutes and seconds. So for the minutes, it's just get minutes, and for the seconds, get seconds. Okay, so now that we have this information, all we need to do is just send it to our HTML elements. So going back to the page, let's select the clock. So as you can see, we have the ID of hours, minutes, and seconds. So going back to our script, let's just copy this so we don't have to type it again. So for the hours, the inner HTML is going to be what we have in the hours variable. And now let's do the same thing for minutes and seconds. So minutes and seconds. Let's not forget to change it here as well. So here minutes and here seconds. So let's see what happens when we do this. I'm gonna save this, refresh the page. Let's go down there. As you can see, we were able to start this clock. It's not working yet because now we just need to keep repeating this, but this was the first step. We just got the current hours, minutes, and seconds and just sent them to this HTML element, and now we just need to keep updating our time. So how often is a clock updated? Well, a clock is updated every second because the smallest unit we have here are the seconds, so we just need to update it every second. So now let's just go back to Visual Studio Code, and this is going to be pretty easy because the only thing we need to do is just putting all this code inside a set interval. So we can even copy all this, or if you want to practice, which I think it's better, just write it again. So this time we don't plan to stop our clock, so we don't need to create a variable. So we just need to do window.setInterval. So again, inside here, two arguments. First one is the function. Second one is the time. This time we just want 1 second of interval, so 1000 milliseconds. And inside here, we are just going to place all this code. You can press Ctrl X to cut and then Ctrl V to paste it inside here, or something easier, just select the whole block of code and press Alt and then arrow up or arrow down. If you do this, you are able to put a block of code inside other elements like this. So I just wanted to show you this. All right, so let's see if this is working now. Let's refresh the page. I hope it is. Okay, we can see that this clock is now working well, but we have one problem. We are not seeing this problem yet, but I'm gonna show you that we are going to have one problem with this clock. So I'm just gonna stop this video now, and when this turns to 0, actually while I'm talking it's almost there, so I'm not gonna stop the video. Let's just wait for this to turn to 0, 0, and let's see what happens. Well, something a bit odd, because clocks do not show numbers like this without the leading 0. So we need to do something to format these numbers. So when they are less than 10, we include a leading 0. This is pretty simple to do. We're gonna have to do it with hours, minutes, and seconds. So we might as well create a function to do this. So going back to the code. So this seems to be a little perfectionist, but actually it isn't. It's really odd to have a clock like that. I haven't seen a clock that shows numbers like that. So this is something that, yeah, as developers, we should fix it. Don't think it's okay like this, because it's not. So let's fix it. This is going to be pretty easy to do. So we just need to create a function, and the name of the function is going to be format time. Or you can choose another name like add leading 0. I think add leading 0 is even better. So add leading 0. So like I said, I like using underscores for function names. If you want, you can just use lower camel case like you've been doing. So this is our function. And this time we're going to need one argument, which is the number we want to format. So the argument is going to be the number. So what we need to do is just testing if this number is less than 10. If it is, we can add a leading 0. So if number is less than 10, we are just going to return a 0, and then we are going to concatenate with the number we have. But we need to be careful because we are working with numbers here. So we should convert it to string. So number dot to string. Else, which means the number is 10 or higher. So in this case, we don't have to do anything. So we can just return the number converted into string. Why are we converting it to string here? Well, because then it's going to be even better to send it to HTML elements. We know that all HTML elements, they have strings inside, so this is going to be even better. So what our function is going to do is converting our number into a string and also adding a leading 0 if we need it. All right, so now that we've done this, instead of just sending the variables, we are going to pass these numbers inside our function first. So instead of adding the hours, we are just going to use our function to add the leading 0 if it's necessary. So let's say we have 11 hours. It is just going to go inside. It's not less than 10, so it's just going to return the same number that entered but converted into a string. But if we have 1, then it is just going to return 0, 1, which is going to be exactly what we need. So let's save this. Let's go back to our page. Let's see if we are lucky. Yeah, 58, 59, and then 0, 0, which is beautiful. Let's wait until it gets to 10 to see what happens. 9, now it's 10, it's not adding anything, so now this is working perfectly. And the same thing is going to be applied for the hours and minutes. So that was it. As you can see, it's pretty easy to do a clock in JavaScript by using the date object in the setInterval method. So I hope you like this exercise, and I'll see you in the next video.